I know. I said I wasn't going to work today, but then I remembered I'm having Friday off. So, oh, and Saturday and Monday. So I better do some bloody work today, champions. What's going on? This is right where we left it yesterday. Went and did things and stuff instead. Let's pop it back together and take some measurements and do a test. What's going on, everyone? Sunday over there. Andy, Lou, Mark, Wes, Eric. How are we all? It's going to be a bit of a quieter stream today, I think, because no one's expecting it. Shop's supposed to be shut today, but I'm expecting some deliveries, so I thought I'll open instead of complicating that process. I can arrange another date or whatever. Victor, here you go, mate. What's going on, champ? Get in my belly. Bit of a fizzer on the storms yesterday. I was supposed to get severe storms and just went cloudy and nothing happened. Always get excited for the first storm of the season. Ben, here you go, mate. Pissy little screws holding the whole works together. Marshall loves these JST connectors, eh? The EH series. The tiny transformers. Yeah, it's only a little baby. A little baby. Might get the actual Torx bit for that. Be a good boy. Number 1 Torx. That's the one. Silly Torx screws. Worst invention ever. Went around to my brother and his wife's place. Still getting used to saying that. And everyone's married. Had a hibachi last night with some marble score 8 to 9 Wagyu tri-tip. Unreal. The Binchatan charcoal, which I just saw King of the Hill took the piss out of. Grandkid, what? Oh, you're talking amongst yourselves. I'm a champion even if I don't eat wheat bix. Yeah, I don't eat wheat bix. It's pretty ordinary. I prefer granola, muesli, or something to that effect. Standby switch. Power switch. Come in spinner. All right, let's get cocky and put in the pot hardware. Testing here, yeah. Why is the volume fluctuating all the time? So annoying. I don't think the compressor really works in this like it says it does, because I've got 32:1 ratio, threshold of -8 dB, and it still peaks if I go. It should essentially be a limiter at that point, that setting. I've never eaten a venomous snake alive. What are you talking about? Is this all the fucking Australian mythology that you guys get told by the marketing departments over there? It keeps showing where's occasionally that it clips, but with a compressor that aggressive, there should be no clipping. It should be like a brick wall limiter. So either the meter isn't showing what's actually happening, or the compressor isn't doing what it's actually set to. So maybe the compressor's a bit shit. How good would it be if cameras had built-in dynamics? The old Panny had a limiter, no settings, but you could just turn it on or off, sort of auto set itself. But Sony Boy does not. You'd think the Rode would have, like, because it's all software and everything, it's all DSP, you'd think, well, it wouldn't be that hard to put a compressor in there as well and access the settings via the phone app, but you know, can't have it all, can we? Have you got bare hands, Joy? There's a limiter in OBS. Yeah, I've tried that, but same result. Here you go on 6, by the way. Filters, add, limiter. Let's put the limiter first. Limiter, threshold. Hey, yeah. Okay. If I put that up the front, and then I'll add some slight compression before the EQ. Bring that compression down a touch, because that ratio is out of control. Now I've got the limiter to prevent clipping. Now I've got the compressor after the limiter to give me some dynamics. Hello. That looks a bit better. Let's test it. Where's my earpiece? In my pocket. There it is. Testing. Hey, yeah! No. Still clipping. Hey, yep! Ah, that's on the phone. I'll play with it later. Fuck it. Good enough for now. I set all the gains and stuff, so it's really what do I want to say? Conservative on the camera side, but I think when I recharge the Rode, it changed its settings again. Marshall dumb internal valve codes. Thank you. 51 0051 00052. Just call it a fucking 12AX7, mate. WK24, that's weak. They're all 12AX7s, but I don't know what the fuck these codes mean. VLVE 00041, 00051, 00052, 0035-15. What? Okay, we've got a code chart here that some random person on a forum has put up, so let's trust them implicitly. VLVE 0041, 0041 is not on the list. 0035 is not on the list. 0052 is not on the list. 0051 is what we had before, and that's not on the list. Thank you, random person on the internet, for giving me no information at all. Yeah, just wanted to double check that they're all 12AX7 type 6. I've got no reason to believe they wouldn't be, because the amp was functioning okay before taking it apart. And they are all specified on the schematic as 12AX7. You wouldn't have any different phase inverter or anything on this, because it's only EL84s. I don't need a lot of drive current. These pins are a little corroded. Where's my pin straightener device? Let's go on walkabout. Another thing that's disappeared. Does anyone else have these little boxes of random shit that they just chuck stuff in for sorting out later, and then eventually it ends up so full you're forced to deal with it? That can go in the bin. Bridge posts, there you are. Tremolo springs, there you are. My entire workshop. So with really dirty or corroded valve pins, they tend to get like tarnished. See, they go like a dark color. So besides straightening them, I've also got this little bit of Scotch-Brite which I've wrapped up in a bit of tape. Just sort of work that in there. Be careful not to it's gone a bit fluffy. Normally it's a bit more aligned than that, but you can get it in there and work it around a bit. Sounds like there's some construction work going on outside. Looks like a solar installation company has moved into the vacant block next door. Yugoslavia. I guess this is what became JJ's? Now called the Slovak Republic, I believe, this week. Who knows what it'll be called next week? Buried in the PCB. Would we use a fiberglass pencil for that? Have you tried it? Yeah, fiberglass pencils are great. Scratch pens, they call them too. You can get them for nothing. I've been meaning to order one. I keep forgetting. Dad's got one, and every time I do anything in his workshop and use it to restore something or whatever, I keep thinking to myself, I've got to order one of them or a couple of them. I think Element 14 and that have them. Actually, I can see better on the overhead screen as opposed to looking at it myself without getting my head in the way for the pin alignment. I can't find a little pin aligner. It only works so good. Like, if they're way out, it doesn't really help you. But I've misplaced it. No, EI don't exist anymore. Oh, okay. The JJ were originally Tesla. Right. Slovakia and Yugoslavia are different. I don't know. Where's sell the fiberglass? Oh, do they? Fuck, just put an order through. Where's too? A bunch of power plug packs and shit ton of 9-volt batteries. Keep ripping through the 9-volt batteries. Every acoustic that comes in is dead. Probably about once a week someone comes in saying their acoustic preamps needs replacement, and just a dead battery. They certainly don't give those EL84s much room to move in the chassis. Only about 1 millimeter spare. Where's we're talking about Wes Components, Wagner Electronic Services. It's a local electronics retail here in Summer Hill. The countdown's on till leave town on Friday. Put Michelle in the shop. She can run the shop for a couple of days. Still don't know where we're going. I know the Friday we're going to the Blue Marlin down at Ulladulla. And we're staying in a caravan park campsite there. We've got about 6 cars. But what happens after there is anyone's guess. When you put all the cocky idiots in charge all at once. Could end up anywhere. Technically closed today, but I know customers are going to turn up because I've got the front door open for the courier. Yeah, mate, how you doing?
G'day, mate. How you going?
Not bad. I can't look at anything at the moment, I'm sorry. Too busy. Try, if it's just a setup, is it, or?
No, I've got a problem with the scratch board.
Scratch, like the stick-on scratch pick guard?
It's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I could have a look now and then maybe order it for you.
Darren told me to come and see.
Oh, okay. Darren Fielding.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Pin straightener equals pliers. Yeah, it does today. Because I can't find my pin straightener. One more wafer head screw. Here we go. It was a mate of an old workmate of mine. Just was thinking about it the other day and started that job 20 years ago now. Met that bloke. And he still works there. 20 years. I couldn't work anywhere 20 years, eh? Until someone to get fucked or something. Burn bridges. It's like my mind doesn't let me work somewhere for too long because I feel like I'll get stagnant or stale or won't learn anything new. So I subconsciously self-sabotage. Alrighty then. So having the Marshall output transformers, we can, well, if it wasn't for that shield over there, I'd be able to connect directly to the terminals. Might be easier to do it over here. Seeing a little bit of residue that I didn't clean up from cleaning it the other day. Just get in there with a Q-tip, whatever you call it, cotton bud. Julius, happy Monday from Wellington. Happy Monday to you across the Dutch. That's what we call New Zealand in Australia. New Zealand is across the Dutch. All right, I think we're good. I'll just get me nuts on the rear cover. Or just watching me play with me nuts and me knobs in this episode. My boom arm for the new light should turn up today. Somewhere between right now and 10:30, somewhere in the next hour. So if that turns up, we'll mount that just up above here. And I'll have an arm which can come all the way around. It's still going to be, like, I've got a pretty low ceiling here. What is it? We're at 2350. And that height is about 600. A little bit less if it's pointing directly down. So 600 puts the height of that softbox at, if it's hard against the ceiling, about here. So about level with my head. So it's going to get in the way. But having the extendable arm means I can put it over here, sort of where this one is. Maybe fuck that one off. I might sell some lighting. And have this constantly movable thing that I can put wherever. It might be okay to just leave that one there, though. That way I don't have to swing it around every time I go from one desk to another. Anyway, I'll figure it out. No doubt change the setup 5 or 6 times before I settle on it. Oh, are the Collins Street Falcons hatched yet? No, not yet, don't think. Any day now. Any day now, though. Here's the link. You can see here, Collins Street Falcons champions. It's 2 falcons that nest on a building in Melbourne. It's a live stream. Live stream? Hello? Doesn't want to play. Maybe there's a problem with it. I don't know. I just keep pressing play and it keeps stopping itself. Refresh. Play. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, they're changing over. Yeah, it doesn't want to keep playing. What's up with that? Keeps pausing. Can't expect something to fucking work right when I press record, right? Anyway, go check it out yourself. 3 eggs. And they're going to hatch probably today or tomorrow. Then you get to watch little fluff balls. Or what do we call them? Murder floofs. From the day they hatch, they're ripping apart fucking various animals. Chowing down on them. Peregrine falcons. That's what my motorcycle was named after. Fastest animal in the world. You look closely at the peregrine falcon's nostrils, and they've got little cones in the center, and that's actually how they designed the one of the military jet intakes, because it reduces turbulence, and they can still breathe while they're traveling at fucking 400 kilometers an hour or whatever they travel at. Crazy. Oh, alright, let's get some meters on this. Be up. I try to, when I'm connecting the leads, I try to divert them away from the preamp end if I can, just to avoid any possible oscillations, because these have a shitload of signal swing on them. However, that connector wants to be pointing the other way. We're going to do that. Yeah, evolution's a motherfucker, isn't it, Chris? The amount of ideas we've stolen off evolution. Unless the earth is flat, yeah. Fucking flat earthers, Jesus. Okay, that's curious. Why have we got 0.7 meg? Oh, hang on. Ah. That's pre-standby switch. Red, red, red. Oh, red's over there. That's okay. We can leave it there. It's just on the other side of the standby switch, that's all. When it's out of standby, that voltage drop will be negligible, providing the... Hang on, we've still got 300 and something K, so that's not right either. Is that the screen? $72 ohms. That's what we want. Really don't want to get the schematic out if I can avoid it. Call me lazy. Just don't call me to fix your Black Star. Been watching your local Bald Eagles live stream for a couple of years, eh? They recently fledged to juveniles. Nothing in New Zealand has evolved with venomous razor sharp fangs yet. Did you know New Zealand doesn't have any snakes? Like, at all? Except for, I don't know, the zoo? One sec, champions. Just gotta blow my nose. Yeah, don't ask me how they ended up with no snakes. So weird. I'll check that out. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a big nest, eh? That's awesome. So yeah, it would have been, what, 6 months ago they would have hatched. Yeah, Wes, roughly, give or take. You want to see bald eagles in Anchorage, you go to the dump, they're everywhere. Snakes are not even allowed in the zoo. Oh, really? All we get is legless lizards. Sounds like you let snakes in on a technicality and just called them legless lizards. Shell saw a snake the other day, actually. Just around the corner from our place. Just literally crossing the road. Went across the whole road. It started hatching around April, yeah. Is it starting to cool down over there yet, champions? I had a bald eagle in my backyard. Have you guys seen wedge-tail eagles? We've got a bunch, because our house backs onto the vast wilderness of the Blue Mountains. And you hear the local, or the smaller birds going mental, and you're like, oh, there must be an eagle about. You look up and there's this fucking monster dinosaur asshole up in the sky. Fucking monster things they are. Some of them are like fucking 2 meter wingspan. They're huge. $50F. What's that? That's pretty cold, isn't it? We're at the end of sunny days here. Fuck, I wish they'd get rid of that heart in the chat box, man. It's always on the latest comment. Yeah, we had a beautifully cool Sunday, low 60s this morning for the farmers market. Nice. Yeah, you guys have endured a lot of heat over there this year from what I hear. Like, a lot for a long time. There's a big flock of black cockatoos flew over yesterday yesterday or Friday when I went for a coffee anyway. You hear them screeching from a mile away. Normally when you hear them, it's sort of a signal that rain's on the way, but I think that's a wives' tale. And it's not like they just disappear or hibernate when there's no rain. They're still around. It's got Mogwai on in the background, bit of instrumental stuff. Alright, let's take some notes, legends. Okay, the chat stopped working again. Nothing's working today. My Bluetooth didn't work in the car, so I went and got a CD instead. No hard in this chat. I think it depends on your platform you're using. I'm just using the YouTube app. Lots of heat and very little rain. Less than 13 inches since last November. What's that? 13. So that's about 330 millimeters. There's a phenomenon that is happening in the southern hemisphere called... Yeah, I read about that on Thursday, Ben. Sudden stratospheric warming only happened 3 or 4 times in the last century in the southern hemisphere. Hot summer to come. Yeah, but it's also offset by La Nina. So it's going to be hotter than last year, I think, but probably not as bad as... Well, it won't be as bad as it was in 2020 because that was combined with El Nino. So hopefully La Nina will not cancel it, but make it a bit less intense because we are going to have above average rainfall, so that's hopefully a good thing. But you know, we're living on borrowed time, man. As soon as we have El Nino again for a year or so, with the amount that fucking temperatures increased just in my lifetime, I'm not talking the anomaly, you know, heat wave days. I'm talking the average. I have a tool suggestion for you. We have a pedal builder, Tony Peppers, who designed a product he calls called rocket sockets, which are really handy for dealing with various nuts, jacks, pots, and switches. Are you referring to these? I think you are. Got a set of them here. And he actually sent them to me, I believe, as a gift. I meant to give him a shout out, actually. I think I did at the time. It was a few months ago. Yeah, they're handy. I have them like in my guitar bag. But when I'm doing stuff at the bench, I've always got my SIG chromes, which are great. And I just use them in my hand. That's plenty enough torque for a plastic socket. But yeah, these are great. I'll just get the card out and give him a shout out. There he is. But yeah, it's good that they're plastic, because they won't scratch the finish. It gives you a little rundown on which one's for what. And there's his links. Not a toy. Well, so they're actually molded. They're no 3D printed bullshit. They're actually injection molded little chooches, and he's got the measurement there on the end as well. And that's way more than enough torque just holding onto that. But the best part is because they're plastic, you won't damage any finishes So they're good for guitar finishes and stuff too. But having said that, decent sockets are polished anyway. And they're my good Sid Chromes I've had for 20 years. Fucking getting old, champions. I used to say, 20 years ago, that was when I was a mere zygote. Now it's 20 years ago, I was 20 years. 20-something years. 20 years ago, I was getting gaff taped to trees and beers shoved down my throat. My 21st birthday. I lived to tell a tale, though. Right here. Just started a new notebook. New page. New chapter in the life of Knucklehead. Usually the washer. Hang on. How come my chat's not synchronized on both platforms? That chat from Joy Buzzer isn't showing up on the mobile app. Oh, because it's gone back to top chat again. Fuck's sake. Live chat. Default to live chat. Usually the washer helps keep the nut driver above the pedals anyways. Yeah, if they use a washer though. So many people don't know how fixings work. They use lock washers in the wrong spot. Don't use washers in some place. Use washers in other places where you shouldn't use a washer. They don't stop and think about what the purpose of the hardware is. They just, I don't know. They just guess, I guess. I guess. Like you'll see lock washers on the top underneath the nut, like digging into the finish. Spring washers, I mean. What am I doing? JCM 2000, what's the date? 29th. Holy fuck. It's almost Christmas, champions. JCM 2000, DSL 401, DSL 401. I've got to make, I really should sit down and do a spreadsheet for amp measurements. I'm sick of fucking writing it out every time. Measurements, standby, play. Let me just pull up a schematic so I know what nodes I'm looking at. And generally on Marshalls, just find the 1 watt, 2 watt resistors that are elevated above the board and just measure the legs of them without having to pull a schematic out, but I'll just have a quick look. A lot of people don't even realize that fender washers are stamped and both sides are not the same. Yeah, because they're die cut. There's a smooth rounded edge and a sharp edge. Yeah, and everyone puts the smooth rounded edge facing out because it looks nicer, but then it cuts into the finish. I try to put the smooth, like the top, when they punched it, the top face is the smooth face. I try to put that facing the finish so it doesn't cut into it. It doesn't look as pretty, but there's a knob covering it anyway, so who cares? Pretty much all washers are pressed. Cheapest, quickest way to pump them out. Alex, I've been waiting for you, mate. How you going? Schematics. Marshall. DSL. JCN 2000. DSL 401. What happened to the refresh thing in Windows 11? There's no refresh button in the submenu anymore. You gotta hit Control R. Alright, ugly ass JCM 2000 schematics. So looking at the power supply, no. So that's it's not the whole schematic. Okay, I'll click it 10 more times. Alright, here's the shitty schematic. It's not showing the power supply. That's showing the power supply, so it's a really shitty schematic. I hate the way these look. Ground's there. It's really hard to follow, eh? HT fuse. First stage filtering, 100 microfarad, standby switch, bypass with a capacitor to stop popping. HT1, where does HT1 go? To the transformer center tap, it's on the other page, HT1, and HT1 also has a 470 ohm screen dropper. It's got 100. Oh, fuck. I meant to change them while I had it out. Yeah. Fucking thing's going to have to come apart again. I did write that on the quote as well. Alright. All the knobs and shit we put on, we've got to take back off again and dismantle the entire fucking thing again. This is why I get nothing done, because I'm a fucking idiot. Carrying on from there, 4.7k dropper for the phase inverter, 1k dropper. First preamp node, that's HT4. Yep, HT4. It's got a 10 microfarad, 450 volt, 10k dropper, 10k dropper, 2.2k dropper, and paralleled. It's got off the first preamp node, second preamp node. Sorry, it's got another one branching off with a 1k to the front end. First stage. And that's got another 10 microfarad there. Kind of a weird way of doing it, but I guess they wanted more plate voltage on the first stage, maybe? Not sure. They definitely got it. You've got 1k only going to the first stage. And here you've got 10k, 2.2k to the second stage. So they have pretty close cathode resistance biasing resistors there. So that second one will have a lower voltage, second triode significantly than the first one. Interesting. Anyway. Alright. Well, back to square one. Get twice the things done just on the same thing, yeah. See you, Wes. Take it squeezy, mate. Anniversary dinner, that's right. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. What are you doing here, mate? No, different Darren. Alright, pull everything apart again because I'm a fucking idiot. I hate myself sometimes. I beg to differ, Alex. I think I am a fucking idiot. Actually, I can take that. Can I take that whole board out? Don't have to take off all the knobs and hardware. I just remove the nuts off the back and the fixing screws. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Ah, fuck it. I need to lock in, champions. I need to think harder and concentrate. They're talking about peregrine falcons and shit. This is why I won't be able to work with anyone. I get distracted. Need to work by myself. Went to deposit cash this week. The fucking bank I go to has been torn apart. Doing renovations, but they've taken all the signage down, so I don't even know if it's going to be a bank. Dealing with cash is a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Everyone's like, oh, cash is king, cash is king. It's like, yeah, but my fucking real estate doesn't take cash. My whole bunch of stuff doesn't take cash, and if you get paid in cash, you got to go deposit it, and that's a fuck around. Last time I did that, it ate about $1,500, and fucking I had to wait like 28 days to get it back. And I was lucky I did. It just took all my cash into the machine, and then just froze, and then went back to the home screen. I'm like, I was about to punch the living fuck out of the machine. Go get my fucking ball peen hammer and I eventually got it back, but you know, if you're a bit tight on cash and you just put 2 or 3 grand in to pay a bill and then it just disappears, evaporates on you, and you got to fight the bank to get it back. Plus you're walking around with fucking multiple $1,000s in your pocket. I mean, you know, it is Penrith. It's not the most hectic city, but it's not somewhere where you really want to be walking around with multiple $1,000 in your pocket. Well, anywhere really, because shit happens. I wanted to buy something for $800 and the seller wanted to charge me 4% for using my card. Well, I mean, because they get a 4% fee, so that's fair enough. As long as they tell you up front, and you can either say yes or no, but they have to pay that. So either that or they integrate that into the price and then hide it from you. They can be upfront about it, or they can try and just hide it from you and lift the pricing. But either way, that money goes to the vendor. I don't pay that percentage, but I do pay a 1% or 1.2% or something. Someone's got to pay it, and if you're a profitable business, that means you're paying it, the customer, because it's factored into the total price. It was a funny thing. My uncle actually said someone wanted a down payment for some renovation or something he was doing, and he said, "It's not my job to cash flow your business." And I was like, "Yes, it is. You're where the money comes from. You're the customer. So either they're using you to shore up their cash flow, or they don't survive. So yes, you are there to shore up their cash flow because you're where the money comes from that makes their business sustainable." You're not, what's that mean? You're not paying it. I can buy the same thing from a huge store, can use my card and no extra fee. Why should I buy from a mum and pop shop that wants an extra 4%? Well, because you want to support the small business. See, this is what pisses me off. Everyone's like, oh, I want to support small business. But then they don't. They always fucking take the cheaper price. So the reason that the mum and pop shop has to charge you that is because their margins are worse because they're not buying fucking pallet loads of stuff because they can't afford to because they're not run by a billionaire. So you either want these stores to exist or you don't. And if you're going for the cheaper price and you're not paying the fees and you're not paying more to go to the small shop, you don't want those places to exist. So don't cry when they disappear because you're the one that did it. You want Walmarts everywhere. You don't want mum and pop shops. You want concrete fucking deserts of car parks. You don't want nice little quaint high street style shopping centers unless you support them. So if you don't support them, they disappear. So don't bitch about it when they do. And then what happens? Think about it long term. What happens when there's only Walmarts left? Well, they jack their prices up and they fucking gouge you because now there's no competition because they've run it all out of town. So think long term, people. I've seen it starting to happen here, but it's so advanced in the US, I think you're already fucking cooked. So whatever. 1.5K. Let's go 2.2K. Yeah, don't complain about the billionaires ripping us all off if you're the ones that facilitated it. Fucking hell. And that's what they'll do. 100 ohm, half watt. Come on, man. Let's go for 2.2K ohm, 1 watt. Joy Buzzer, you do realise that he has to pay that 4% now. It's not like he's just making it profit. you do realise that now he's paying that 4%, right? It's not like it ends up fucking... anyway, whatever. Yeah, he probably should get a better deal than he has with his credit card vendor. Fucking hell. Or he should just take cash. Because then he doesn't get a 4% fee. Pretty much everyone around here charges surcharges now. I probably should start as well. He's paying the 4%, but he's still going to make a few hundred profit off him. Joy Buzzer, think. Use your fucking brain, man. Of course he's going to make a few hundred, because he's got a business. You got to make a profit or you don't fucking survive. Like, what's 4% of 800, champion? I go out of my way to leave tips and give extra to small stores. I'll go through difficulty to make sure that a small store gets my sale instead of a large store because I want the small stores to exist for a long time. And I want the large stores to fuck off forever. But hey, that's just me. $32. Drop the sale for $32 on 800. Yeah, they think profit's like tips. They want you to not make a profit. It's like, how the fuck do you think I pay, like, live? How do you... Oh, you're making a bit of money on that, aren't you, mate? It's like, well, yeah, of course I fucking am. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. I don't know. All I'm saying is think long term, guys. When there's nothing left but superstores, what do you think they're going to fucking do? What do you think they're going to do? I mean, I've already had some stores pull dealerships off me because I don't turn over enough, because everyone's buying from the mega stores. And the mega stores prices used to be massively undercut everyone, and now they're not, because all the smaller stores are going. So now they're jacking their prices up because they know there's no fucking competition. So think about the future, man. It's not going to work out well for you. You honestly think these big stores are going to give you advice if you don't know how to fucking use the thing that you bought, or if there's an issue with it, or... They don't give a fuck. There's not even a phone number for them. You can't even ring or email them if you tried. You can either do a return or you can not. It's just, yeah, I don't know. 32 is less than a tank of petrol. It's fucking a lot less than a tank of petrol. I paid about 110 for a tank of petrol here last time. But yeah, I assume you're talking US dollars. Tank of fuel here would be about 75 US dollars. What is that? So what, 120? So it's just on $1 a litre. Sorry, $2 a litre. So 120 bucks, because I've got a 60 litre tank. 120 AU to US. So to fill my high ace, it costs about 80 US dollars to fill my high ace tank. 80 US dollars to fill my van tank. And the same with Shell's car. She's got a 60 litre tank too. $80 a tank US. So don't fucking whinge to me about costs, man. Try living here. $68 to fill my Pathfinder. I almost think you said patrol then. You got a Pathfinder, Chris? I almost bought a Pathfinder years ago, one of the old 90s ones. But now I thought to myself, how many of these old Pathfinders do you see on the road? And I thought, not many. Maybe I'll go with a patrol, but didn't have the money. Ended up getting a shitbox van for like $2,000. Had that for a couple of years, then got the high ace. $87, nice. Tipping cost, sure it's got completely. Everyone asks for a tip these days. Yeah, this is like they'll ask for a tip, like after fucking selling you a pack of gum or something. But that just goes back to the whole thing that you don't pay enough. The minimum wage isn't anywhere near where it fucking should be. And the cost of living is going out of control. So instead of whinging about people asking for tips, you should be asking, why do they need tips? Real estate fucking speculative investment. And again, goes back to the big box stores. They take over a town. They install a Walmart or whatever the fuck. They send all the local businesses bankrupt. They all shut down and move away. And then the Walmart shuts as well, and then you have a ghost town. And then wash and repeat. Rinse and repeat, I mean. What am I seeing here? Il Maestro? A good afternoon, evening, morning to you too. The mortuary business is hands down the most profiteering and certainly marked up businesses anywhere. Yeah, and they're very predatory. They like, how important is this person to you, you know? I don't fucking care. Put them in a firework and fire them over the river. All right, with the new screen grid, I really have trouble saying that. Screen grid resistors. Those EL84s should have a much easier life than the 100 ohm stockies. It's already had a very easy life. You can tell it's a low hours unit because there's no discoloration on the board at all near the output valves. So that's good. The other thing I just noticed is there is a little tiny bit of heat damage showing around the Xenodiodes, so I might replace them as well while we're here. Lift them off the board. It's not as crazy as the fenders, which we've got one shortly. I've got a Super 60 and a hot rod to build to get to after this, and then onto a Wizard and God, a bunch of other stuff that's been approved. They're the rush jobs, which I've got to get done before I go away. Of course, now I've said that publicly, everyone's going to ring and want their job to be a rush job too, but that's why I turn my phone off. More juries can charge an arm and a leg because they don't need them anymore. True. Right, what were they? 15 volt, 1N5352. 1N5352. Is that the very one? Oh, pit fucking components going everywhere. Ow. Oh, there's my drill. Alrighty. I think that's another half-incher. Had a bloody nana nap yesterday. Talking to getting old. After going to bed at midnight, waking up at 4 o'clock for Lyle's live stream. Just hit the wall. I always feel worse when I have a nap than if I didn't know. Is someone breaking wind? What? No. Elevation. Ooh. Do it for Bono. It was a great burger place next to a mortuary in Seattle. I got a little naps in less than 20. Yeah, it's as soon as you hit that REM sleep, you just fuck for hours after that. Just feel bloody so fuzzy and shit for the rest of the day. Sometimes it's easier to just remain tired. Just do some lines or something. Naps are so seductive. Man, they stung me good years ago. I couldn't even get to my mother's funeral because of COVID, and they ignored my request to postpone it and then sent me a big bill. Fucking hell, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yep, just another one of those shameless industries that just keeps going on forever. You like to think that karma will catch up with them one day, but karma doesn't exist. Hate to tell you. It's a fairy tale. All the shittest fuckwits in the planet get all the good stuff, and all the good people get fucked. Because if you are a shithead, you don't know that you're a shithead. That's the thing. My parcel is coming today at 9:55 to 11:55. They just put it back by 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's alright. Just chill out, Ozpost. You get here when you get here. Happy Monday. Yeah. Have you seen Bob's Burgers? I wasn't a big fan of Bob's Burgers. Just the animation. I don't know. I didn't like the look of it. It seemed sort of okay, but it wasn't that funny. It wasn't ha-ha funny. It was like, is this supposed to be ironic or... I don't know. It just didn't resonate with me, Bob's Burgers. Just seemed a bit contrived. Alright, I'll try not to get cleaner everywhere. I can't promise anything. These pots are really fucking annoying to clean. You sort of have to poke and pray. This is like how I spent my 20s. Ah. People would pontificate the ash in the air was the special sauce, the secret sauce. Pretty sure they filter that stuff out, eh? Oh, is that my delivery? Thanks, mate. Have a good day. That's my package. Joe, how you going, legend? What's crack-a-lackin', champion? Okay, this is really awkward. Let's put some screws in this. Now we've changed diodes. And the screen grid resistor orbs. But first, let's go have a look at my package. You guys want to have a look at my package? live on camera. Just angle the camera down if you know what I'm saying. Looks like I've got my gay flag colours up here. It's actually like red and blue, but it looks pink and light blue. Niwa. Oh, there's some loose parts floating around. I'm more into feet personally. Alright, Basil, I'll call you Quentin Tarantino. Got a thing for feet apparently. Alright, let's see what this piece of shit looks like. No, I won't say piece of shit, because Six actually recommended this one to me. Oh, the fucking bracket's too big. It's bigger than the Manfrotto one. Manfrotting. That's alright. Will it reach? Fuck, that's tight. Oh, Jesus. Back off the preload on those nuts. Frankie worked on your amp, Joe. Which amp was that? Was that the Gibbo? I've got to catch up with Frankie's stuff. He releases so many videos, I'm just like, oh fuck, he's got another one. And another one. And another one. He's a busy boy. Alright. With funeral homes though, what happens if you just don't pay? They just sell your debt to a debt collector. And then what happens if you just ignore the debt collector? What are they gonna do? I'll back that off. What I'm looking to do, champions, is just void my warranty. So let's do that. So I'm just trying to relieve the massive preload on this fucking hairy nut. It's got a monster spring washer there, and then it's got a plain nut and then a nylock. So if we back off the plain nut and then tighten the nylock on that, we should have a more reasonable preload so I can swing it around without ripping the fucking bolts out of the wall. Alright, just line up the nuts and do that to the other one, see where we sit. Scotty, how you going, champ? I took those pedals home. I was going to have today off and play through them and decide which ones I wanted to keep and which ones go up for sale, but then I remembered I got Friday off and Monday, Tuesday, or Friday and Saturday and Monday, Tuesday off because I'm on a camping four-wheel drive trip, so I thought, I've got to come in and work. So here I am. Alright, how's that feel now? Ah, that's much better. Still firm. Maybe I'll go a little bit further. Which means I'll have to put a socket on the thingy with the stuff and the things. That 15 mil. 13 mil. Nope, 14 mil. Going a bit far there. It's flopping around like a dick in a shirt sleeve. And flop around like sleeve I've visited. Right. Right. It feels alright. I think he's setting a guitar body. Huh. Ah, that's much nicer. Lovely. What have I got in terms of big fuck off fasteners? I don't need gyprock hits because I've got 19 mil yellow tongue flooring in that wall. I got in to reinforce the wall with you know, the chipboard, particle board, floorboard stuff, 19 mil thick. The overcooked shit, it's dark brown. So under the plasterboard, I've got a layer of that, so you can't kick a hole in the storeroom and have access to the instruments. You have to get a big fuck off saw, Recipro. What are you talking about, Scotty? Anyone else have the problem with wire that get anywhere near your feet or attracted to getting under them? You mean you're just tripping over wires? So I could just mount it. I don't think I need 4 screws. I could just mount it with 2 screws. I have to take that bracket off. Oh no, you just swing it sideways. Duh. Alright, let's just try it with 4 screws, just pan heads. Didn't bring the screw case down. Fuck! I've got my joinery and construction screw case at home, but see what I got in the self-tappers box. Should have some that'll work. Oh yeah, big chunky bastards. Just some black neck bolt screws will do the job, won't they? Only got to make it through the plaster and then number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Give him a little steppy step ladder. I'm a short ass. I'm a little hobbit. Not like Lyle. They don't stack shit that high around here. that gonna reach? What's the full extension like? And watch me trip over and... Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I kind of did want it in the middle of the doorway, but that bracket's much taller than the... I suppose it's pointing out and coming back. That'll just have to do, I think. It's either that or I get a longer one. That should hit the top plate up there too. Get a level. Me combi square. We want it level, otherwise it'll be swinging wherever it feels like. Alright, looking good. Hold it there. Get some in the other side. The things I do, you legends. Yeah, best choice ever when you're doing a bit out. If you can afford it and you know you're going to be screwing shit to walls, just put a sheet of ply or something in there so you don't have to find studs and you're not limited to where you can mount stuff. See, look at that. That's alright, eh? Feels pretty sturdy. It's got a bit of spring to it because it's only alley tube, but alright, let's get our little light tutor and see how she do. I can't get over the heatsink in this thing. It's fucking monstrous. It's like one of those high performance shit. Yeah, mate, how are you? What's going on? Thank you once again. Don't work too hard. Real tone music. What did I buy from them? I've already forgotten. Is that a bridge? I can't remember. Something for a job, I know that much. Alright, so this can hang down. What happens if... Oh, it's got to hang down. Thought you could mount... Oh, yeah, no, you can mount it out the end as well. Alright, cool. So I'll do it like that. This will be on an angle. Yeah. Whatever. Let's bring it down a bit for now, so I can mount it. It does have a bit of weight to it. Yeah, supports it alright though. It's fully extended, mind you. Alright. fucking mic. Told you I'm short ass. New boom, yeah. Get rid of the stool for a minute. It's actually not bad. I've got a bit of room above it. I'm probably going to mount it pretty well as high as it'll go. It's mainly going to be extended around there. Pretty short. For taking photos of guitars and stuff. Now if I want to angle it, I suppose probably want to bring it down a bit further to have it just pointing straight down. Yeah. Yeah, I might go a bit further out so it's right above where the guitar bodies would be. Something like there. Then I can bring it back up again. Right. Is that going to pull out of the wall? Quite a bit of leverage on that bracket. But I can walk under that now. It only just touches my head. Alright. Now I've got to get power to the arsehole. Now, say I'm using that for an amp. I'll come around here. That's right above the amp bench then. And that clears the other one. Nice. Huh. And I can still work under it. Another 50 mil of ceiling height would be nice, but it is in my case an advantage being a short ass. So now I can get the glamour shots of the amps and the guitars with minimal fuck about. And what did it cost me? The light was like $350. The soft box was like 100, and the bracket was 100. So for $550, we've got a pretty fucking versatile light setup. I can go all the way over there, and because I can drop it down and point it back this way, I could use it. Say I'm doing an interview or something, I generally set the laptop up over here so you can see all the test gear behind me. So basically my back to where I'd normally be, and I can drop that down and point it at my face there, because you can adjust it pretty much wherever you want it with this bracket up here. So if I wanted to, you could come right down, swing it across there, extend it a bit more, and point it back this way. Like that. And it clears the Strat by about 10 mil. Excuse me. Alright, let's get some power to it. Hope the extension leads, oh yeah, it's a monster lead. I don't want to hang the power supply off the end of it. I don't want it to be added to the weight. Pardon me. Sorry, I'm missing a bit of the chat when I'm stuffing around here. Cable's been wrapped up for so long, it's remembering. It's got a remembery. So how long are you? You can come over here. You can hang up there. Why are you so long? Why for you so long time? You go up there. Now I have to remember the cable around the pole, but at full extension. So it's got some slack when you shorten it up. All right. Plug her in. Need another lead. I have to undo the penis for a minute. All right. Got quite a bit of load on that bracket. Pretty much level. All right. Back to the overhead. Just turn off the LED under bench, under shelf lamp. Bit bright on the reflection there, but it's mainly for doing videos, not overhead, but the live stream. So in that case, I'll just show you with the Droid cam. Instead of this one, the reflections. Oh, wrong one. Sort of a nice even light coming down this way. A little bit softer, eh? No shadows, notice that? You can make stuff out really easily. Anyway, that's just Droid cam, so. Shining off my head. But for the guitar stuff, that's fantastic over here. I want to start doing more guitar-based stuff. Ooh, hit the ceiling there. I think the bracket might be a bit out of level. Just come down a touch. Don't want to mark the ceiling. Shorten that up a bit. Sweet as, bro. Gotta do some wicked photos with that. Wicked. Innit? Anyway, where were we? It's enough playing with toys. Can we work onto that without it annoying me? Yeah, I think so. It really is all about light, champions. As annoying as that is. Okie dokie. Hopefully that doesn't come crashing down over the break onto someone's fucking $1 million guitar. Close up. None of you guys care about lighting. Can't blame you. It isn't a necessary evil. Still got the instinct to hide my address from the video, but you can just look it up, and you can be at my front doorstep in 5 minutes if you were nearby. Sort of just a reflex from pulling out customers' job sheets to just cover up addresses. That's why there's so many of these controversial fucking YouTube stars. But you can't just go to their shop and any person say g'day. So when it comes to standing up for what they believe in, they don't really have their balls on the line, so to speak. And while I was there, I just grabbed a 56 thou nut file Osco, just for Genty boys. I've got 2 new tuning machines, Goto, for a bass where one of them failed, but we want a Warwick, we want to change them all so they all match. And while I was there, I got some Strat nut blanks, because I've been doing a shit ton of Strat nuts recently. So they're curved on the top and bottom. Natural bone, made in Japan. Hosco, I believe. Well, that's fun. I might do some photography this afternoon. With guitars, I'll turn off the shop light so I can have just the controlled lighting. I've got a few really nice guitars here at the moment, so you saw that Angus Young I put up the other day, signature. That was just using that one on its back mount, but you were getting the reflections, so it was difficult to get around the reflections. Excuse me. Ian, back from a week in Yosemite. How was the Yosemites? Need to mount that better. Maybe I'll just put a keyring through it. That'll work. Nah, I'll worry about that later. Too much to do. The chat's failing again. Got to keep reloading it and then changing it back to live chat. I don't care about light because photos don't experience time. Okay. Always wondered if those Marshall dual power amps were any good. Do you mean the like the 8080, whatever it is, one of these things? Is that what you're talking about? I was talking about it. Victor. One of those, are you talking about, Victor? Biggest issue with these is the heat sinks have no airflow methods at all. They've got vents underneath, and you can see looking through the vents that they're immediately blocked by the PCB. So they do fuck all there as well. There's a vent at the side which is blocked by the heatsink itself. You can see the piece of aluminium in there. The ribs go like the wrong way. You should have fins pointing that way, open top and bottom, vents top and bottom, but even then you put a unit above it and you're fucked again. So you really need like tube heat sinks blowing from the front to the back with fans. This doesn't have any fans, so they just keep blowing up output devices as a result, because there's no safety or over temp protection in them. They're very, very basic amps, and no protection or safety measures in them pretty much at all. Probably means the 9200. The 9200 are good, but they weigh a ton because you've got two amps in one basically, and they cost a lot to revalve. Probably the 5050 EL34 would be alright. It's probably your best bet, like Lou says. The was it the Rocktron ones? Are good, but the voltages are really high, and they're biased pretty hot. Rocktron Velocity, I think it was called. And the Messer ones just have the usual Messer issues, so probably steer away from them if you can. Just take my watch off. It's annoying when I'm swinging pots back and forth. Anyway, not the most interesting stream today, champions, is it? I think I've kind of hit the wall in terms of the analytics on the channel. I don't think it's going to grow a hell of a lot more than it already has, so I'm glad to have you here. It's kind of like having a friend group, though. If it's too big, you don't remember everyone. You don't know what everyone's up to. But I don't think the channel's ever going to blow up or get famous. It's just the market's too flooded these days. There's too many. Every dickhead and his dog has a guitar channel. $10.58, almost lunchtime. What am I going to have for lunch? Caesar wrap. Same as every day. We'll go get some sushi maybe. Might see what my lovely wife wants, because she's working from home. She just got a lighting upgrade, because the panel that was where that light is now at her work desk for her work conferencing. Of being a 40-something-year-old woman, she's got the fucking softening filter turned up to a level where she looks like a fucking alien, so I'm trying to talk her out of doing that, because she should be confident about how she looks, because she's gorgeous. And artificial face smoothing is like getting Botox fucking injections in your lips or lip fillers or whatever. Everyone knows you've done it, and you just look like a fucking weirdo. Fish person. Brown bears. Which bears are aggressive? Is it the brown or the black ones? I think the black ones are less aggressive, aren't they? They're all looking for their last meals now, I assume. About to hibernate. Dangerous time. Do you guys watch, what do you call himself? Something Geographic. He's a funny dude who has like videos about weird facts about animals and stuff. Casual Geographic. Brown are more aggressive, but black bears mess more people up because they think it's safe to be around them, right? So yeah, it's just a locality thing. Grizzlies are the dangerous ones. Brown bears just want your food. Grizzlies. I thought grizzlies were the brown ones. So we're getting conflicting information here. Maybe it's a regional thing. Crap malls. There you go, mate. You're the dude with the Volvo, eh? Sorry, I forget your name. Oh fuck, I've got to get an order sent. Polar bears, yeah, polar bears are the scariest. They'll fucking stalk you for days, those fuckers. Grizzlies are brown or greyish. Okay. Brown or greyish. Too much to keep track of. I think I'm safer in Australia. Yeah, polar bears. You see all these videos put up. The polar bears look cute, but they fucking won't hesitate to just swallow you. So, same as your mum. But yeah, they look so cute. So there's those memes going around of, if not friend, why friend shaped? If not lunch, why lunch shape? Touche. Casual Geographic is a champion. Also check out the Backyard Naturalist. I'll check that out. I really like unwinding to Casual Geographic. I wish he'd upgraded his videos, but I kind of like how grungy they are with his green screen or background replacement that's dodgy as fuck. Nothing like being hiking and turning the corner to see a pair of cubs. Where's the mother? Are these Marshalls worth owning? Yeah, if they're in good condition. See, it's like any amp. Misuse can damage and destroy it. But if you take care of it and get the thing set up properly, even if you buy one newish, get it serviced by a competent tech. Or at least assessed by a competent tech, and then if there's any issues, they'll let you know. And if it's in good condition, this one's in remarkably good condition, so definitely worth owning. because they do sound good. But amplifiers do have the ability to easily destroy themselves rather quickly if you have them set up wrong. So, well, there is a little extension. It was hiding. I've got my set over here, and thinking I thought it had 2 extensions. There's one underneath. Huh. I got a bunch of 1/4-inch extensions too. They're handy to have. Can I hand a man grand spanner? Bobcat, lynx, even mountain goats, wolves, coyotes. And you guys think Australia's dangerous? You've got it so backwards. Australia's a fucking walk in the park compared to that shit. Oh, the missing 10 mil. No, it's there. 10 mil's there. The garage set's a different question. No, I've actually been pretty lucky with the old 10 mils. I used to lose them, but since I stopped lending any tools to mates, like any mates, any tools to any mates, I've not had any issues with the missing 10 mil. Funny how that works, eh? People just don't respect your shit because it's not theirs. I like that light now. That's good, eh? It's fucking sick, eh? Sometimes feel like I'm wasting a bit of money on all the video gear because video and lighting and photo stuff because I don't produce enough material, but that's my hobby now because I ruined my hobby by turning it into a business, so then I had to find another hobby. And you don't have to be good at, don't let anyone tell you that you've got to be really good at your hobbies either. If you like painting because you like painting but you suck at painting, well, it's still your hobby. You don't have to justify it to anyone. If you enjoy painting poorly, well, that's your hobby. And you own it just as much as anyone. Even with the snakes, we've got plenty of nasties here. Not Taipan or Eastern brown snake potency, but you don't need them to be that powerful to be scary, yeah. I walk into webs many times a day, yeah. Everyone that comes here does too, because that's my last name. With 2 B's though. Alrighty, let's put the front on. And bats. Yeah, bats are kind of scary because they've often got rabies, and rabies is scary as fuck. Can you get, is there a vaccine against rabies? I imagine, like, zookeepers and shit would have to, or, you know, like, researchers and shit would have to, have that. I know there's no, like, proper cure, like, only a few people have ever lived through it. I think I heard there's a vaccination against it. No answer immediately, so I can tell you you're all frantically Googling for me. Take it easy, Julius. Have a good one, mate. I could probably sell that Niwa set now. I don't know. The Nanlite LumiPad 25s. Kind of a bit superfluous to my needs now. Should have just done what Lyle said and go for the biggest, best light you can get straight away. I thought, no, I'll try it for a bit. You always end up getting the good stuff in the end, eh? There is a vaccine, but only effective before you show symptoms. So yeah, I wonder if people just take that because of their line of work. Or does it have really bad side effects too? Biggest goddamn needle I've ever seen, but it went into my butt cheek. I got a rabies shots after getting bit by a random dog while mountain biking. Oh, okay. So just to be safe. And a massive needle. I wonder why it's got to be so big. Is it just because you had a massive ass cheek? I assume your ass isn't massive if you're biking. Forgive my assumption if you are packing some heat back there. Rabies is fucking scary, man. It's like one of those things, like when you're a kid, you don't understand likelihoods and stuff. So, like you watch, like as a kid, like I watched like Dante's Peak, and then I had like a phobia of fucking volcanoes, and mum and dad had to explain to me there's no fucking volcanoes here, you're fine. But as a kid, you're not logical like that. You're not reasonable. You get these unreasonable fears just because of some horrible movie you just watched. Skinny dude, it was a lot of liquid. Imagine the high pressure job from the people that developed that vaccine, you know? Like, how do you pretty much the only way you develop that is by having no other option. And probably failing a bunch of times and watching people die. Anyway, shit's getting dark around here. Let's lighten up a bit. Speaking of lighting up, now we're back to where we were about friggin' half an hour ago. Polar bears were making off with the workers. Holy fuck. I suppose they didn't care either. Pipelines, oil companies, not the most empathetic of organisations. Just watched There Will Be Blood for the first time the other week, or the other day. It was a pretty fucking harrowing movie, wasn't it? Wasn't expecting that. Fuck, he's a good actor though. Louis Pasteur developed the first vaccine for rabies. It was kind of a shot in the dark, and it just worked. Wow. The wilderness here is one of the reasons we still need guns. People just don't realise. Yeah, I suppose you do. A big fucking can of bear spray. Eventually the bears will probably just bring some nachos though and start enjoying it. Bear burrito. Alright, let's put... Nah, I'm not going to put the pot hardware on. Learned that lesson the hard way. I do it every time. Right-T-O. So how many nodes have we got? B, C, D, E. HT1, HT2. So that's B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Just for my reference, because I haven't seen one of these for a while, so I'll just write down some measurements, and if anyone else has problems with them, I can go, oh, this, that, this, that. Is it DC heaters on the front? B1, B1A fill, so that's its own. Come on. B1A fill, so that's its own net. You can see these ones are just labelled B1A fill, but there are wires going to it that are going to the others. So I don't think we have DC heaters at all. Although 6.3 volt, 6.3 volt. Maybe we do. Maybe they're all DC. Oh yeah, they are too. See that bridge? You got a ground reference there. 2 caps. So you got plus minus 3.15 in theory. That's why they've used the black and the red wire, because all 3 preamp valves are DC. And there's no reason for the phase inverter to be DC, because it would cancel out anyway. Fill 1, fill 2. Fill 1, fill 2 are over there, so they're probably running a bit under voltage, because you got the forward drop of the diodes, but then you've got the average increase of the filtering. So it'd be interesting to see what the actual voltage difference is, considering they've drawn it directly from the AC. One of them will either be too high or too low, but within close enough for rock and roll. Fantastically weird soundtrack too for that movie. Did Johnny Greenwood do the soundtrack for There Will Be Blood? Really? I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah, the soundtrack was definitely pretty fucking added to it. The tension. Yeah, by Johnny Greenwood. Wow. I'll have to have a listen to that later. I like listening to soundtracks. Particularly fucking darker ones. Thanks for the tip there, Ian. I didn't know that. Alright, gain midway. EQ midway. Gain midway, volume down. Treble midway. EQ. FX mix, we'll start with that down. I can't remember how that all works. Reverb down, volume down. Speaker, 16 ohm. Power cable. There's some little short ones, disappeared. Grab another meter for B+. Probes going everywhere. Alright, here goes nothing. Hello? We got a blown fuse? I thought the mains fuse was good. Ah, helps if you plug in the fucking switch. Idiot. And the quick connects disconnected from the power switch. Because I'd reconnected them once before taking it apart again. I had in my head that I've reconnected them, but I took them apart again. Alright, let's try that again. Bing. Fuck, she went up to 116 volts, watts then, in the inrush current. I believe for rabies, you only take it when it's possible you've been exposed, like been bitten by a wild animal, and you'll be A-okay as long as you get the shots before you start showing symptoms. Yeah. Arthur Guinness would have turned 300 today. Conan the Barbarian soundtrack by Basil Poliduris. I just, I think I told you, I just checked out the Tron REs, I don't know how you say it, RS soundtrack from Nine Inch Nails, which is good. Lots of fucking hectic synth work on it. 400, 2.9, 3.2, 400 volts, 91 watts. A little bit of hum, but nothing too hectic. I think a lot of the hum's coming from the transformer itself. Shitty diagonals. So yeah, everything looks reasonably happy there. Let's just plug in and have a quick. How's your father? Where did all my guitar picks go? Taking them out of my pocket. Funny, I got no hum cancelling there on the 4th position. But I do on the 2nd. Swapping the bridge and middle might be difficult because she's a fat strat. Goddamn cable, man. It's not the amp's fault. It's my fault. You have to swap the neck in the middle. No, because yeah. Pots are starting to go too. What speakers are in your test cab? At the moment, you've got an ET65 that's mic'd up. Is there a bit of crackling there? I think that might be digital noise from the mic. Sorry, ET65 is mic'd up. That's the bottom speaker, and the Veteran 30 is at the top, and that's not currently mic'd up. Yeah, I'd have to swap the neck in the middle. The you'd still get cancellation in position 2 because you still got the same 2 pickups. But see, that's position 4 there. And then that's the humbucker itself, but I'm right next to the transformer. And that's just, so it's actually louder. It's louder in position 4 than in just the middle, which is a single coil. I like a good 12 dB looking at the meter there. But then in position 2, it's quieter even than the it's about the same as a humbucker. But, you know, just don't stand right in front of your amp, eh? What's position 1 to me? Yeah, sorry, I was talking to us about. So everyone changes how they say it. I just then refer to the neck position as position 1. I was talking to someone the other day and they were talking the other way around, so I was still had my head in that. I should just refer to what pickups are active, huh? All right, champs. Just checking that noise I'm hearing. It's from the lighting. Might be a bit of heater buzz making its way in. Just check the balance in there. Frankie boy, what's going on, champ? How are you? Right, so we've got 2.6 DC and 3.4 DC. So we've got a bit of an imbalance to the DC heater. We've got 6.15 DC. But there's a bit of an imbalance to ground, so I'm hoping it's not one of those caps starting to go leaky, because they are only 6.3 volt rated. 2.6, 3.5. So what's feeding into them? It's a bit tricky because being a circuit board, you can't see what goes where. That's the DC. Let's just go off the heater windings, which are... Where are we? Fill 1, fill 2. It's shit a schematic, man. They don't show fucking anything on it. So I can't access the AC heater there, but it must be... That's one there. Must be those two. .27, 3.415. I don't think there's any ground reference on those heaters, eh? Other than the caps. Interesting. I'll have a think about that. But yeah, other than that, everything's working as it should. Someone here? Hey mate, how are you?
Yeah.
Not bad. You yeah, you didn't check our open hours. Normally I'm not here on a Monday, but yeah, you're lucky today.
We don't hear Monday.
No, closed Mondays, but that's all right. I'm open today anyway because I've got to catch up. But yeah, just for future reference, just so you don't come around when I'm not here.
It's the one day, like, no one's at home.
Yeah, right. Well, usually I'm working anyway. It's usually the day that I work at the home workshop, like doing all the paint stuff and whatever. So that's just the old bits, just so you know. Probably nah, throw them straight in the bin, but I just show everyone. All right, so yeah, did the recap on it because 2 of them were starting to look bulgy and all the others were sort of due for a replacement as well. Want to have a quick go of it? I'm just live streaming at the moment, don't mind me. Yeah. That's alright. Oh, you would be out of here, yeah. Say hi to everyone.
No.
Just finished the cabinet for my cranky Karen. Alright. Yeah, I've got the messer apart on the bench. That's one of the next jobs to come up. Yeah, right. I wonder if it's because in Windsor. Yeah. Probably one of my customers. I know a few guys that just buy, sell. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had a few blokes from overseas going, you guys just seem to get Rev Gs out there. I don't know what the story is with that, but...
Don't turn the power.
Oh, is that already on? It's... Didn't stand by having that one on. There we go. Where are we? Rhythm. Set everything at midday. Just grab your guitar. What tuning are you normally playing in?
Standard.
Ah, sweet. Works out well. I've been meaning to set something up with heavy strings and down to like C or C sharp or something, but I haven't had the chance yet. There you go, sir.
I actually never played this one before.
Oh, really?
Well, I got it and I brought it straight here.
Oh, okay. Right. I wasn't sure. High gain, I guess. There you go. Have fun. Well. Those pickups, the bloody springs are real microphonic. I've got to put silicon tubing in. I think cranky would start with a K there, Alex. That's just me, though. Man, it's getting hot in front of the lights, eh? Got a tuner here if you want it. Normally have one sitting on there, but I forgot all about it. Yeah, oh, sort of. It's current model, but yeah, it's got the needle. I like the needle because it's got a bit of like weight to it. It averages it out. It doesn't jump all over the spot. What we're doing, boys. So I probably want to replace those caps that do the heater balancing, I think, because there's a bit of an imbalance there. Pain in the ass. What's the mains today? 238 volts. I've got 73. Sweet.
That sounded pretty good.
Yeah, they sound good when they're in good working condition, eh?
Yeah.
It's funny. Just had a good customer on mine. Got mutual mates and everything. Just had a 5150 block letter restored. Well, you know, recapped and all the heater stuff sorted and whatever. And he's just had another kid. So I said, enjoy not being able to play it. And he said, no, today's his day at home by himself. So it's Ferris Bueller's day off. He's going to crank it up. Another happy customer. Yeah, he's brought heaps of stuff. He's bringing a Soldano in soon, a SLO, so that'll be cool. Wants some negative feedback mods done to it. What am I doing? Testing the BIOS, yes. Okay, so voltage, right. Take her out of standby. So where are we sitting at the moment? Can't do my head maths because I'm not smart enough. Let's say 3.1. 3.1 divided by, say, 73.5, just average for the moment. 70 milliamp. Oh, hang on. Divide, not subtract. 42 milliamps. Divided by 2 valves. 21 milliamps. Multiplied by 400. 8.43 watts, or 44. 8.44 watts divided by 12. 70%. So probably about where we want to be. I might pull it back a tiny bit just to save that PCB a bit. We'll maybe bring it back to 3 volts total. We'll bring it up to about 85 watts from the wall. Very sensitive trim pot. Very sensitive trim. It's just gone back to where it was. Might just give that trim pot a bit of a... it's good that it's pretty well maxed out at 70%, so no one can crank it up too far. I was going to give it a clean, but I'll just give it a cycle back and forth. Get the slow on the show, yeah. That's the plan. Look at it, 85. You say, well, 2.65, 403 point, well, hang on, that's going from the center tap, so what's it at, the actual plate? We've got 2.6 volts to take off. We've got 401. 401, we'll go 401. Splitting hairs here, we're being a bit too accurate. 2.66, 2.66, and 2.81, 2.81. We're still averaging across two pairs. 73.8, 36, divided by 2, 18 milliamps per valve on average. 2.81 divided by 73.1 ohms. 38.44 divided by 2. 19.22. 19 milliamps, close enough. So 18 and 19. So we'll go 18.5. Average about. Times 401. Off by an order of magnitude, but anyway, 18.5, 0.0185 times 401, 77.42 watts divided by 12 equals 62%. 62%. Hunky dory. All right, so that's the measurement that we'll take our. Well, that's the bias that we'll take our measurements at. Third Man Fuzzatron was more of an electronic project and even cooler than JHS finished products. I'm hearing a lot of smoke for JHS recently. Are they, okay, so their kits aren't hard to build. They're just like plug stuff together. Is that what the problem is? G'day, Richard, by the way. 30 watt or 50 watt slows on my amp build list. I've played a few slows and I've got to say they feel a bit loose to me. I prefer just a hot rodded Marshall, to be honest. Who's reversing in? No one. Next door. I'll just take some measurements. We've got 404. Ripple B plus. It's 2 volts. Next node's a screen node. Where can I access that? From the other side of the screen. Resistors would be the logical place. 395.5. Go 3. We'll just round up to 0 decimal places. $287 millivolts and stable. For ages, I was trying to figure out why the voltages in amps would fluctuate by heaps. The ripple, sorry, would fluctuate so much. And then it finally occurred to me probably a year ago that it's the soldering station turning on and off. And that fluctuating because the thermostat turns on and off like twice a second. It was fucking up the Fluke sample rates. So the Flukes were getting mega confused by the voltages fluctuating because of the soldering station turning on and off. But now I know. Alright, what's our next node? I just want to find the resistor. JHS kits didn't teach me anything. The Third Man kit is a great practice project that's hard to fuck up. So when Six and I ran it, well, Six ran it, I just provided the venue and the lunch and the support. Did a pedal building course here. And we did two, actually. One up the front early on and then one up the back, which was more professional. He purposely made the pedals a bit difficult to build. Like, you had to build everything and wire everything. It wasn't just like pots mounted to a board and whatever. And although it was good, we also ran overtime massively because a lot of people just couldn't solder to save their lives. So I had to come in and finish off their pedals for them so they could leave here with a reliable pedal. So it's sort of like, I can see why they do that, because they don't want to deal with aftermarket problems, because people will never claim responsibility for what they're doing. All right, where are we? I want to put together an EP3 preamp pedal from a company Lyle suggested. So that would be Aeon pedals. Another place to get cheap stuff is Tater. Tater have a kit page. I think they still run that. Maybe not. I don't know. They've got a EP booster here. It's the circuit board, DHB3 from Tater. It was about $2. There's the part number, A1102. EP booster. Gives you the bill of materials. Oh, zoom out, sorry. Bill of materials, instructions, blah, blah, blah. Takes it from square one. And schematics in there somewhere too. Gives you the wiring layout, all that shit. Do they give you a schematic? Maybe they don't give you a schematic. Might be on the download page though. Yeah, that's pretty shit if they don't give you a schematic and you don't know what you're looking at. That is paint by numbers shit. Yeah, no schematics. That's a bit lame, but you'll find they've just directly ripped off whatever the general consensus is. You might have to reverse trace it out just to make sure that you got the right schematic if you're getting it from a third party. Where was I? Brad, what's the top popular beer served at so many what? Kelly. Brad, what's the top popular beer served at so many kilometers? What? Kilometers. SP from home. So many kilometers SP from home. Can you rephrase that, Emmett, please? I think I need another coffee to understand that. US Navy had a soldering class. Yeah, I've got a book here on the soldering standard in Australia. I've been meaning to bring it in and go over that. I thought I did once, but I might be mistaken. Might have just been a quick look on a live stream. Kilometers SP from home. What is the top popular beer? Are you just asking what the most popular beer here is? Miles. I can't spell. Well, you're not the only one. Don't worry about it. If you're just asking what the most popular beer here is, it's probably the wrong person to ask, because I don't drink it. It's like water. So it's Great Northern. It's like a mid-strength 3.5% thing. I think they do a 5% one too. Great. Well, let's find out. What is the most popular beer here? What's the most popular beer in Let's go New South Wales instead of Sydney. Tooheys and Great Northern. And they're both fucking shit. Tooheys and Great Northern. So everyone I know drinks, well, all the bogans I know drink Great Northern. None of the cool kids do. But yeah, if you're talking the next most popular, it's probably Cooper's. Well, the most popular one all the hipster fucks like me drinks probably Cooper's. Yeah, Cooper's Pale. I could drink that shit till the cows come home. USA is Modelo the most common in the USA? Really? I thought it'd be like Bud shit or Bud Light or some crap, some equally watery crap. But the most popular in this area amongst my hipster mates is probably Mountain Culture, Status Quo. Are they stubbies? Yeah. Well, they're not really stubbies. They're long bottles. So stubby bottles used to be like the VB bottles. And they were called stubby because they didn't really have a neck. Like most of the people that drink it. So that's what I grew up on. Not the low carb shit. I just grew up on the normal stuff. That stuff. Most of it stolen from Dad. So everyone drank these back in the day. It's like Holden or Ford. You either drank Tooheys New or you drank VB. And that's a long neck. That's if you've had a particularly hard day. They have a 750ml, a King Brown we used to call them. King Brown. They come in 3-packs they used to come in 3-packs for like $12. Just enough for the drive home from work. But yeah, that stuff, you used to call it the vomit beer or vomit bomb. And you could also get them in throwdowns, which the teenagers used to love. VB throwdowns. Oh, they're probably discontinued, yeah. Oh no, they still got them. Twist tops. Little fuckers. Right, so they're the throwies, they're the stubbies, and they're the longies. Alright? So when you're a school kid, you smash these because the cases can fit in your backpack. Then when you grow up, you have them, and then when you're real thirsty, you have them. But then these days, what we have, us hipsters, Mountain Culture, Status Quo. This is sort of the standard beer in this area because the brewery's literally one street over. Good stuff. Great drop, that one. But you can see what it looks like. A lot of people don't like how heavy it is. Thick, cloudy. But Cooper's Pale is sort of the cost-effective hipster beer. And that's Cooper's Pale there. The Green Lanterns. Neck 'em. What I personally like is if you're on a big trip like we're about to go on and you're drinking beer for fucking 12 hours a day, I get these ones. Pacific Ale. You still end up pissed off them, but a bit more slowly. So they're like 4.2 or something instead of fucking 5 or whatever. Yeah, good beers. So that's like the stock standard beers. What about Foster's? Foster's doesn't exist. They're just rebadged Tooheys New, I believe. It's just a brand. They used to. Throw down and throw up. That's it, Scotty. They used to call them the vomit bombs for that reason. Drink 20 of them and yeah. I didn't get a sense of what people in New South Wales drank compared to Queensland. Yeah, probably Great Northern's the most common, but as I say, it's what all the performative male dickheads with a jacked up four-wheel drive and a mullet drink. But all the cool kids drink better shit than that. I drink whiskey. So do I, Victor. You know that one. But you know what I also do? I take voltage measurements. So let's do that. HT. Alright, so R79 is the next one. Where are you? R79. 72, 73. You're down here. 1K. 345. 352. No, you're not. I'm looking for R55. There you are. $352. We're down to 30 millivolts at that point. So the filtering's still working well. Alright, R72 is it? R79. 345. Around about 20 millivolts there. R78, where are you? $310. Down to 5 millivolts at that point. So it's going to be negligible from that point forwards, I dare say. 308. 309. So that's the 1K going to V1. Is that 76? Yep. 76. 76. 309. Only dropping 1 volt. Five millivolts there too, because it's not really doing much filtering. I don't know why they put that there. Not dropping much. It's only dropping a volt. Alright, R81. Wherefore art thou? $81. Why have you got a lower voltage than R77? 309. 309. 310, 309. R77. R77 and R81 should have a common lead. But the voltages are different. What the fuck? Oh, hang on. I'm reading the labels wrong. I'm measuring R76. Ah, that explains it. 310, R77. It's 10K and that's dropping down to 293. 293. Down to about 3 millivolts at that point. R77 and R81. So a lot of these aren't for dropping, just thinking about it now in my stupid head. They're about isolating one stage from the other in order to stop crosstalk and oscillation. So it may seem silly that you've got so many stages, but it's to isolate the high gain stuff from each other. Alright, what do we got on the grids? Oh, mental blank, R84. EL84 pin out. What's the grid pin? 2. Still an octal mentality. Minus 17.4. Let's just name all of them. Pretty noisy bias supply too, 60 millivolts of ripple. They're deriving that from the AC again, aren't they? What a fucking schematic, eh? Alright, so you got a fuse there. Got a reverse bias diode there. It's pulling the bias from there. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's tacked onto the negative. Alright, so it's tacked onto the bipolar rails. I understand. I understand things. And it's taking a 33k. Okay, so that is a low voltage supply. It's not deriving it from the HT like you get on the JCM 900 series. Cool. So AC heater. Oh, fuck me, dude. What pins are they again? 4 and 5. 4 and 5, because it's an oval, of course. 3.2, 3.3, 6.1. Okay, what just happened then? Oh, I get things. Alright, so we've got pin 4 and 5. So 3.3 and 3.25, close enough. Six point 6.6. A little high on the AC. But then on the DC, we've got 330 millivolts ripple, which isn't fantastic. 6.4 volts DC. Probably want to be changing out those 10,000 microfarads. Yay. Alright, what are we talking about? Nothing. Everyone's going because it's too late. German beer is the best. It's great. You make me want to go to the pub, champions. It's only Monday Arvo. Heineken is... I used to think Heineken was great, but it's just another meh European beer. Just another average European lager. I'm not a big fan of all of them. The generic European stuff. I love the Belgian beer, man. Belgian beer is so good. Prefer it in winter though. Oh, I might get this one back together, champions. I've got all my measurements now. Oh, I've got to test the output power. And then I might go get something for lunch. Nope. Wrong view, sorry. Heineken sucks, way too hoppy. You reckon? I don't think you know what hoppy is. Because hoppy is what, like, IPAs are. IPAs are hoppy. Heineken's nowhere near what they are. Amplitude. Go. 400 volts. 400 volts. 400 millivolts peak to peak. Bring the output up. Fucking channel 1 on my Tektronix has died. Alright, we're hitting the wall at 17.5 volts AC RMS. 17.5 squared divided by 8 ohms. 38 watts. So she's punching quite a few watery doos out. Pmax 38 watts. 1 kilohertz, so good. 8 ohm. Mains at Pmax. Drawing 137 watts from the wall at max power. Max power! Just check the mains is back where it was. At 239, we've gone up 1 volt. And that's that, champion. I'll replace those 2 caps. See how that travels then. And yeah, then she's good to go. Beer all tastes like rotten sweat socks to me. Well, what do you know about hops then, mate? You the one talking about hops? Yeah, you were. Bootlegging kegs is something to do on a Friday. Who's bootlegging kegs? Let me in on it. Carlsberg. Yeah, Carlsberg's just another one of those just generic tasting European beers. They all taste the same to me. I don't know. Thai beers, Chang. Yeah. I thought it was spelt Chang too, Victor. Look, the European beers and the Asian beers, the lagers, any lager really, is fucking fantastic on a very hot day. But if it's not like roasting hot weather, they're a bit boring, to be honest. But that's just a personal thing. You might find them fucking lovely. Anyway, champions, I'll leave you to it. I'm going to go get something to eat. I might give my lovely wife a ring first and just see if she wants something for lunch too. Oh, someone's reminding me of something. Arrange payment of invoice. Oh, I haven't paid someone. What's new? That's my accountant. Sorry, I'll fix that up now. It's not that I'm trying to avoid paying people. It's that I'm constantly falling over, champions, and my little legs are just catching up every fucking day. Every day is like that. Well, this amp cools down because I have to remove those valves to get that out, to get to those caps. See, it may just offer no improvement, but we'll find out. I've got the caps there and they're not that expensive. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do Weihenstephaner. Yes, Emmett, that's one of the best beers on the planet, mate. Weihenstephaner. What was I saying? Oh, I probably won't have a chance to do any edited videos, any nice feature videos until I get back from the camping trip, but hopefully I am going to be nice and refreshed because I came fucking close to burning out last week. I really hit the wall. Because you put so many hours in, and no matter how many hours you put in, there's always someone on your back telling you you're not fast enough and you're too shit and slow and fucked. So I think having some time off is very needed, and just getting dirty and fucking drunk in the bush somewhere. Seeing friends of Rom on Friday night. It's going to be great. Headbanging and bloody crowd surfing. Getting kicked in the head. Can't wait. Tune in tomorrow for more on this. No, I'll be finishing this amp off right after lunch and just getting her out the door, and then on to the next 10, 20. Weissbier. I don't think it's Weizen. Brad going to the pub now. Oh, I wish, Joe. Fuck. Well, I could go there for a burger, I guess. I mean, technically I'm closed today. Keep the camera on a strap, eh? I'll hang it from the rearview mirror. So, if the car gets sunk this time, it'll have to be right up to the windows to take the camera out. I'm not taking the Sony this time. Don't worry about that. I don't know what I'll take this year. Maybe just this little thing, but it's not dust sealed, so kind of need something dust sealed out. I might just take my shitty. Well, it's not shitty. I might take my handy cam, but again, that's not dust sealed either. So you can't even put a filter on it. It doesn't even have a filter thread. Oh wait, can you? Oh, hey, it screws off just like me. 62. I've got a 62mm filter. I didn't know that came off. Well, here you go, champions. You learn something every day, eh? Maybe I will take this one. Because it's probably like $500 worth, but it's got really good stabilization and massive zoom range, which is the name of the game when you're out watching people sink their cars in the mud. And but yeah, the video quality is not great, but for the 6 people that'll watch it, I think it's more than adequate. Because yeah, I was going to just sell that otherwise. 4K of a fucking sensor the size of a grain of sand. Oh, there's an SD card in it. Huh. That used to be my overhead cam. Now you guys are blessed with the panny boy that can do shit like that. See how focused that is? The thing is, it did focus there for a second, then it went out. There we go. Yeah, look. So you've got the GH5S up there for your viewing pleasure, whereas it used to be this piece of shit. Anyway, I'll think about it and try and get some good video, and I'll probably release one secret video. It's got all the fucking scumbag behavior on it, and one that's a little bit more kosher for you champions. It will be better than you think. I suggest doing something different and getting outdoors. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. Every year we do it, but this year it's a bit different because we're starting off at a punk rock gig at Aladala. Fun to say that. Friends of Rom. So what I'll do is I'll leave you with a Friends of Rom song. Friends of Rom. Let's give you a newer song. Friends of Rom songs. 1999. That's new to me. Let's have a look on YouTube Music. I'll look at their new albums. I'll just give you one that's got a funny name, because all their songs have funny names. Cup of Pestilence. Dog Tranquilizer. Horse Meat. Old Mate Neck Tattoo. All right, now I'll give you one off the previous album because I haven't listened to Cup of Pestilence yet. Smoko at the Pet Food Factory. Bird Attack. Mum doesn't know you're a Nazi. Let's give you that one. All right, so this is the band I'm going to see. All right, so enjoy that song, champions. You won't if you don't like punk rock, but I know some of you do. And let's give you an old one as well. Let's give you an oldie, one that I grew up on. Punch in the face. Who doesn't like a punch in the face? All right, so you just got a new one, and I'll give you an old one as well. sirens will go off. Man's Not a Camel is a classic album. That's the first one. I think that's the first one I bought. All the ones before that, my brother, I scammed off him. But Man's Not a Camel was the first one I actually went to the fucking store and bought with cash that I earned from mowing lawns. Anyway, Jamie, take it easy. And be good to your mother or someone else's mother, etc., etc.